but not only is the joystick a nightmare, it wears out over time, and so that thing becomes loosey-goosey.
Yeah, it gets that, like, that limp dick fucking...
Yeah.
yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. I don't know why I say that. This isn't live, but we are...
We're live.
Oh, we're live, baby.
We're live.
In your
When
living
they see
room.
this, we're not live, but we're currently
Or
live.
car, if you're listening to it on Spotify.
Yeah, listen to it in the car. Don't watch it in the car.
Yeah. Please don't watch it in the
Please
car.
don't watch it in the car.
Welcome to Relaxed Retro Talk. It has been a while, guys, but we are back. And today we're going to talk about a couple of things. We're going to be talking about growing up with the N64 and the Saturn, a 2-for-1 deal tonight.
It's a twofer.
PlayStation did, I believe, come out before the N64 and Saturn, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, the N64 dropped in 96, if I remember.
Oh, and PlayStation was like 95 or 4?
No, it was like 94. Yeah, 93, 94. It was early.
Yeah, it was way earlier than you would think.
And I got to tell you, I think we've got one entire session on the PS. I could talk about a lot.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Our next
I could talk a lot
episode's
about
going to
the
be...
PS1.
Yeah.
For the N64, do you want to start on the N64?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's start on the N64. So the N64, I got way late. Like, we're talking like 2000s.
I thought you were going to say 2 years ago.
3 years ago. Well, it's funny. Like, so my parents had given us one for Christmas.
Okay.
And the one they gave us...
And this was like long after you had a PS1 already,
long
too.
after we had a PS1. So we had a PS1, which is my older brother had a PS1 that he graciously allowed us to use.
Right.
The N64 belonged to me and my younger brother. And it came with a copy of Diddy Kong Racing, which was an absolutely fantastic game.
That's a good game.
And yeah, the system was a lot of fun. I hate the controller.
It's horrible.
Like, I absolutely hate
Trident?
the N64 controller. I think they could have done so much better with that, and I get it. Like, some people love that controller, and hey, you know, all the best to you.
All those three-armed folks, like, they gotta feel like Nintendo finally, you know, did something for the three-armed people.
I don't like the controller's okay to hold like this. The joystick is a nightmare.
The joystick's garbage no matter what, hey?
But not only is the joystick a nightmare, it wears out over time, and so that thing becomes loosey-goosey.
Yeah, it gets that, like, that limp dick fucking...
Yeah.
yeah.
If you get a used one, chances are that joystick is ruined.
Yeah.
And then you've got to get a new one. Well, it's not as easy as just unplugging the joystick and plugging a new joystick in. You got to freaking open that controller up. Take the whole thing apart. It's not resoldering and stuff like that, but it's a royal pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And so I have an N64 that I bought used years ago, and I actually have now amassed a pretty decent collection of 64 games. And something that I've learned is that I really don't like the N64.
Yeah, same.
There's so few games on there that I actually like. And not to say that they're bad games; they're just not games for me.
Mm-hmm. That's the case with a lot of them for me as well. Yeah,
absolutely. I know you'll agree with me here that 3D platforming is not my forte.
Yeah,
like I'm just not a 3D platformer. That's not my thing. I mean, your classics, your Mario classics, Mario Golf, Mario Tennis.
Mario Golf and Tennis were good. Yeah, those were really
fine.
Good.
Well, I mean, but how do you screw that up?
Yeah,
right?
I guess.
Like, how do you?
But they did a really good job.
Up?
Like, because they did a Mario Golf. I think it was just called NES Golf or something on the NES, and it was like a golf game, but Mario Golf on the N64 was actually like a pretty damn fun game. First, it was good for people that don't even like. I don't like golf. I'll never golf again in my life, probably. Yeah, but it's a fun game to just sit down and play with friends for sure.
It's arcadey golf, right? It's hot shots. Yeah, right? For PlayStation's hot shots, right? The Mario Golf series, the Mario Tennis series, the Mario Kart series. I don't think there's a bad game in that bunch.
That's true,
right? I think they're all pretty consistently good, with their own little quirks of whatever it is. But truthfully, at the end of the day, you know what you're getting yourself into.
Absolutely.
Super Smash Brothers.
The first one that was good too.
64. Great game because it's one of a kind. Like this, there really wasn't anything else like it out there.
No,
there
not
was
at the time.
Other games that were similar. Right.
Yeah.
But honestly,
even then, they didn't come out. Like Power Stone is the only one I can really think of, and then there was like Digimon Rumble, I think, on PS1. But those didn't come out till like way after Smash Brothers.
100%. Yeah, they came out as inspired by, right?
Yeah.
Not necessarily. So that was another one that was great. Obviously, you've got GoldenEye Perfect Dark as kind of some of the first FPSs on a console. I appreciate what they did for the genre, but they're not fun games to play.
Not today. Back then they were like.
Back then was good
because you couldn't really do first person shooters on, especially 3D ones. I shouldn't say first person shooters because you could do like I remember Wolf 3D was on the SNES, Doom was on the SNES to varying degrees of quality, obviously, but GoldenEye was like a dedicated, made just for the N64 split screen, and was really good at the time, but has aged like hot garbage.
Absolutely, like a game like Halo took its inspiration from GoldenEye, right?
Yeah,
like,
and then made the controls incredible,
way better.
Yeah.
And so I mean, like, again, games not a game that I would go back and play again in its own state. I know they've remastered and remade it, and now it's fine to play because you remaster.
Yeah.
But I mean, to take the N64 cartridge, stick it into your game system, and play it, it's a rough ride. And I appreciate what it did for the genre, but honestly, outside of those titles, there's really not a whole lot else that's bringing me to the system, you know?
Yeah, except for the best N64 game that exists and you own and have never played, or not Quest 64, oh my god, Ogre Battle 64.
Yeah, I own a copy of Ogre Battle 64, and I was like, I got this game, Ogre Battle, probably sucks. Duke's like, you own a copy of Ogre Battle? Like, yeah, why?
It's like the best N64 game of all time. It's the same. So the same guys that did obviously Tactics Ogre and Ogre Battle, they did Final Fantasy Tactics. That's the same dev team, and they had a big hand in Final Fantasy 12. So when you get to Final Fantasy 12, that's kind of the same group there. There's a new game that's coming out by Atlas, which I believe is who did Ogre Battle 64, and it's made, I think, by the Tactics Ogre team, and it's called, what the hell is it called? It's got a stupid name. It's like Unicorn something, but it's literally a spiritual successor to Ogre Battle 64. You have to check out the trailer.
I have to check out Ogre Battle 64 sometime.
Yeah. You might not like it though, because you're not a big tactical RPG guy. Like I'm not either, but I really liked Ogre Battle 64.
Yeah. I think I would like tactical RPGs with someone guiding me, with a little bit of help, right?
Yeah,
the thing is, for me, I get overwhelmed really easily.
Well, tactical RPGs are hard and very unforgiving. That's the issue. And every battle is like 20 minutes. Like you could like if you're streaming it, like your whole stream will be like 2 or 3 battles, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's typically why I walk away from them, because it's for me, I have a real problem figuring out what to do, and then I start losing. I'm like, screw it, I shut it off. Right?
Yeah, I'm the same way with most of them.
I'm trying to think on the 64 if there was no real JRPGs on the 64.
Yeah, Quest 64, and that game is garbage, and it is the only JRPG other than Ogre Battle 64. Yeah,
no kidding.
It's on there, and it's turn-based and everything, but it is absolute shit. It is so terrible.
something that's always, because the reason why I bring that up is something that's always kind of made me wonder a little bit. If you wanted to play a JRPG before the N64 era, you would have bought a Super Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo console.
Played them on Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
And then after the Super Nintendo, all the JRPGs shifted to the PlayStation.
Yeah.
What, like, was that for the cutscenes?
Yeah. So I know Squaresoft came out saying that it was solely because they could tell a better story on a disc,
right?
Due to cutscenes, due to like the way they did their what do they call it? I can't remember what they call it, with like the background, the way they did their backgrounds and stuff, and you could just tell a better story. The music quality, like, exceptionally better, stuff like that.
Super quality stuff.
And that's why. And I think most companies jumped ship, but Atlas stuck around, and I'm glad they did with Ogre Battle 64, because otherwise you'd have nothing on the N64 really.
Yeah.
But
yeah, like I'm thinking, like, the Mario Party games, I guess, were all on the 64 as well. Which were good.
Was it the first 3 or the first 4? I want to say 3. Was it 4 they crammed on there? Yeah. Holy shit!
Yeah, because I definitely I own 2 and 3.
I think I do too. 2. Which one has the cowboy? He's got the cowboy hat. Is that 2? That's the one I played the most. My wife. I'll swing into how I first kind of played the N64. It's usually like my mom's like friends' kids had N64s. One of them had Smash Brothers, so that was the first time I played Smash Brothers. Was over at their place. I would always play as either. Did they even have Young Link at the time? I don't think they did on it.
It might not have been. No.
If they didn't, I would have played as like.
64 was pretty basic. It was just.
There was like Pikachu, Link, Donkey Kong, Link, Mario. Yeah. I played as Pikachu a lot, and I played as, I think, Link a little bit. It was fun. I enjoyed it. And then
Samus has been my bro gal since day one.
Oh, really? Which is funny because neither of us like the Metroid games. But you just like the way she plays, basically.
I like the way she plays in Smash Bros. And I'm really bad at Smash Bros. So don't
same. That's the thing. That's the thing. People will be like, talk about Smash Bros. And it's like, dude, I play like for fun with my friends, and
that's right.
Not like because I'm bad.
I've seen people. So it as we're talking about 64, like our buddy Chad is the guy who I think about. Right, because he had those systems. The dude had Nintendo systems. Yeah,
he did. He had the GameCube. That's where I played 90% of my GameCube, was at his place in Finney's. Yeah,
absolutely right. And so I remember playing Smash Bros at his place, and I've seen him play Smash Bros. He's good at Smash Bros.
Yeah. Him and like his cousins, I remember, would like come over sometimes, and it's like there's no point in me even playing like with these guys.
So I would just sit back and watch, because if I picked up that controller and I was playing, like it would be like putting a little league baseball player up against an MLB player, right?
It's really that big of a difference.
It's honestly, it is night and day, and I never stood a chance. To the point where it's like they would put like the count 3, like you have 3 lives.
Yeah.
I would be done before they even lost one life.
I'm just like trying to get Thundershock to work. To hit somebody with it. That's all I'm trying to do.
In the corner and let them battle it out and hope they don't find you. No.
Yeah. Run away from them a lot. That was most of my experience playing the original Smash Bros was with like little kids, like younger than me. So I was like, I'm pretty good at Smash Bros. Actually. I did play. Maybe I'm misremembering this, but I remember playing a Dr. Mario game on the N64 at their place as well.
There might have been. There's a Dr. Mario. There's Dr. Mario flavors for almost all the systems. I
think so. The Wii was my wife was like ranked like 200th in the world in that Wii one. She online
puzzle games.
Yeah,
she's good at puzzle games.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I'd like to see you against her at Puyo Pop.
She'll crush me. She'll crush me 100%.
I don't know, man. You're pretty greasy at Puyo Pop. But with the N64, so I played there. I played at another like one of my parents' kids' place. They had the Pokemon Stadium games, which were really good.
About the Pokemon
games. Were fun. Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2 were
Stadium 1 and 2 and Snap.
Oh yeah, Snap! That's probably my favorite N64 game. I didn't even I forgot about that.
I totally forgot about
that. Is a good game.
Yeah.
You're just all, and it's the dumbest concept. Like, you're
It's
just
the
taking
stupidest thing,
pictures
but
of
it is
Pokemon, but it's so
one of the most
addicting.
fun.
It's so
Yeah.
fun. It's basically
Really
like an
great.
on rails arcade shooter, but with like a joystick, and it's
And apples.
they do such a good job with it. Yeah.
That was
And it's
that
always,
is-
I think the reason that game's so good is because as you beat each level, you're always, the little things the little gameplay mechanics are always evolving as you keep playing.
yeah, you can play the same stage multiple times with different outcomes.
Yeah, and then
You do
different
things.
routes because you pissed off Charizard, and now he like lit a fire somewhere, and you can go down a different path, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's such a good game.
Yeah, I totally forgot about Snap. That was a
Same.
very good game. That one is a definite 64 S tier game.
And I remember the Pokemon Stadium because you could get that adapter and plug your party in and see. Yeah. It came with it. Yeah. And then you could see your Pokemon in like 3D, which was like unheard of back then,
that
right?
was really cool. Yeah,
And it was awesome.
Stadium was really cool, and so they put Stadium on the Switch Online. Hey, but
Like
you
the
can't import
original?
Pokemon. Yeah, but you can't import your Pokemon.
Oh,
you
so
just
it's like there's
play
no
what-
point.
it's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Which didn't make any sense. There was a lot of speculation at the time that they were like, oh, they're going to release Pokemon.
Oh yeah, they should.
Blue, red, yellow,
On the
and then you'll be able to bring your
Switch.
Pokemon into Stadium.
That's a huge
and
missed
they're like-
opportunity.
And they were like, they're going to charge the way that they do, like the extra, the bonus online.
Yeah, they
They're gonna
would
have
because the
Pokemon
Game
tier.
Boy, I think the Game Boy Color games are part of the deluxe bundle or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would have
And
been
so
smart.
That would
Yeah.
have been but Nintendo.
Yeah,
What
Nintendo
are you
going to Nintendo. The Stadium games were also good though, even if you didn't have your Pokemon and
Yeah.
stuff, because the mini games, especially in Stadium 2, the mini games were so much fun in that game.
Mm-hmm.
And you could battle in I don't know if you could do it in the first one, but the second one you could battle through all the gym leaders. You could like work your way through kind of the story, even if you didn't
Right.
have, you could just pick your Pokemon and do that. I remember that was fun too.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot. I know we were talking about 3D platformers, but like honorable mentions, I guess, there. Mario 64,
Yeah.
Legend of Zelda games, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Donkey Kong 64, come on.
Banjo Kazooie, those
Banjo
ones.
Kazooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Yeah, Conker's Bad Fur Day is a blast. I have that
It's a
one.
fun game.
Yeah, but it's hard. It's hard as hell, but it's
difficult.
fun. Yeah.
Like a lot of those games, the reason why I don't like, I'm not like, oh my, is because I don't like those games.
Same. Yeah. Same.
I'm just, it's not that I don't like them because the game's bad. It's that I don't like them because I'm not good at them. I can't walk a straight line with a 3D character down a pathway without that character falling off. Path.
Yeah, or
Right?
making jumps. Like I have like no 3D depth perception
Yeah.
in games, so I can't make jumps. And if you're trying to play a 3D platformer, you're just screwed, basically.
And the 64 had one stick, which meant the camera angles you moved.
oh
with
yeah,
C buttons.
and it just like
And so-
jerked around. It'd be like,
Yeah,
I'm over
it was
here,
it was
now I'm
a
over
45
here.
degree turn, right? And
Yeah.
so it made it very, very difficult. You got used to it, and then you flew, right?
Yeah.
Again, to talk about chat, like I remember, dude was flying through those games with ease.
Yeah.
Right. But it was something that never clicked with me. And then now, as I go back at where I'm at right now, it's next to impossible to go back and play it that way.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's tough unless you played it before. To go back and have never played it before, it's really tough.
The only one of like the 3D platformers I actually played all the way through was Conker's Bad Fur Day, and I think
Right.
it's just because it was so funny. Like at the time, like
I mean, it's such a off the wall idea, right?
Yeah.
Like you got Conker started in freaking Diddy Kong Racing.
yeah, right.
Little
He's a
squirrel
little
guy.
cute little squirrel with a
Right?
blue bunny hug on.
Yeah. And then it turns out he's just a giant piece of shit.
He's just like an alcoholic squirrel. It's awesome. He ends up going to like war. Like they reference so many movies and so many games.
Yeah.
It's such a great game. I don't know if I'd be able to even play it today though, because the 3D platformer thing and then the camera, like, and it's
It would be
hard
tough.
too. Like it's a hard
that
game.
one's another one I think that they did a remake on though.
They did a remake
they-
and it was
I think
on
they
the
fixed
Xbox and they like censored it, which is weird because the
Oh,
Xbox, yeah. Like so all the swears and stuff they like bleeped out and like a bunch of parts were like cut from it. It was called
it's
Conker
weird
Live and Reloaded, I believe.
It's weird when you have to censor it on the Xbox, but you don't censor it on a Nintendo console.
Yeah, I thought that was really weird. I was disappointed. But I just remember, like, the multiplayer in Conker's Bad Fur Day was really fun, because there was different modes. There was, like, you had to, like, rob a bank, and one guys are, like, cops, the other guys are the robbers, like kind of thing. And you could, when you're in the bathrooms, you can pee on each other, and you can, like, when you pull back on the analog, it's like you're leaning back and you're arcing your piss arc. Like, those games are so much fun. I'd love to play it multiplayer sometime. I think I could do a stream of that. There's no way I'd be able to play through the game again.
It would be tough.
I just remember the end is so before the end you're in a Saving Private Ryan reference. Like the whole mission is like saving, all these squirrels are just getting gunned under the water, there's just blood everywhere. And Conker, I think, is the only one that survives. And then you end up you get to the king's castle or whatever, and you're like in this like vault, like this, there's like security, right? And it's like it's almost like it looks like a bank security thing. And of course this came out in like 99-ish, so it's the Matrix. You're like dodging bullets, you're running up the sides of the walls with your machine guns, like, and it just like comes out of nowhere, right? It's like this 3D platformer. And that part was so awesome. And then the final boss, so you get to the king. And spoilers for anyone who hasn't played it, but it's like a million-year-old, it's like a 30-year-old game now.
It's been 30 years almost.
And you get to the final boss, and you're like, okay, I'm going to beat the king, let's go. And this fucking alien rips out of its chest, and you're in space. And remember that one Alien movie when she's in like that mech suit and fighting? Yeah. That's the final boss. Really? You're fighting the alien in a mech suit, the xenomorph, and you have to beat it up and then throw it out the airlock, and that's how you beat the game. It's like the game is just it's just crazy. It's such a good game. Good.
That's hilarious.
But the other place I played N64 games. I think it was like a girlfriend at the time. Her younger brother had Ocarina of Time, and that's where I played that for the first time, which was very groundbreaking. I'm not a huge like Zelda guy, and I don't really like the 3D Zelda games, but that was incredibly groundbreaking at the time.
Yep. Great for the genre, but it's the N64 3D platforming.
3D platforming without a jump button, might I add.
It's the roll forward.
Yeah. And then
you look at what they did with Tears of the Kingdom and freaking what's the other one? Like, why is my brain not working?
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild, right? Like, if you fast forward in time, you're still playing a very similar kind of game, just newer version of it. Yeah. So I mean, obviously,
yeah, they did a good job.
I know people that will still say Ocarina of Time is their favorite game
of all time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think until Breath of the Wild, Ocarina of Time was the last big evolution of the Zelda series.
It was one of the biggest shifts in Zelda, I think.
Absolutely. Because I mean, you went from A Link to the Past to Ocarina of Time. Like that's a huge change. That's a
big jump. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wind Waker would have been the next change, but it was an artistic change.
Yeah. It was more of an artistic, but gameplay-wise, it was still basically the same.
Exactly. Yeah. And it wasn't until like even Twilight Princess was pretty close. It wasn't until Breath of the Wild really where
they changed it up again
a lot.
Yeah. I do remember really liking Majora's Mask back in the day. I think it was because it
was the better of the two.
Oh yeah, hands down. Because I think it was because it took like that whole Mario and Sonic thing where you could get different powers and like use those, so it wasn't just like you weren't always just playing as basic bitch Link. You could turn into, I love turning into like the Zora and like swimming and stuff like that. Like the first one of the few games where like the underwater levels were cool as shit. And the Goron where you could basically turn into like Sonic the Hedgehog and like spin dash, and it was weird because like Nintendo did a better Sonic than like 3D Sonic than Sega did, kind of with the Goron power. But my problem now is going back to that game. I can't enjoy it today because it's always that clock is always ticking and you're always like resetting back to the beginning, and I can't do it, man. It's too stressful, and it's like
it's tough.
if you don't have a certain amount of time to accomplish what you need to do, and you don't know what you need to do, it's just a frustrating game for me to play today. But I absolutely loved it back in the day. I think I 100%ed that game. Like, I had that Fierce Deity Link and everything. Where else did I play an N64? Oh, the next time I really played an N64 was when I started dating my wife, because she has an N64, and they owned that rental company in our hometown, right? So we would rent like the Rampage World Tour game and stuff on there.
Those were fun too.
We would rent Hexen and Quake and stuff like that, and then when I started dating her and we moved in together, I own all the games basically that we would rent, right? Because they owned the rental company there. But that's where I played Mario Party 2, and Mario Party 2 almost put an end to our relationship, as it was fairly early on, because Mario Party 2 is like Monopoly. That shit angers...
The game angers up the blood.
Absolutely. Like, destroys relationships, right? And I just remember we were playing, it was me and her and like 2 of her friends, and we were playing Mario Party 2. She still like lived with her mom, because we were like 18. I think I was 18. She was like 16 or 17. And we were playing Mario Party 2, and I was in the lead. I had like 8 stars or 6 stars or something, and she was in last place. And she stole all my stars, like, in the last round, and won, and I ended up in last place, and I did, like, you do all that work, right, and you just get fucked over. I was so mad, dude. And then we streamed. It was like one of my first streams was, it was me, Finny, Bubs, and my wife, and we were playing Mario Party 2. And she was doing the same dirty ass shenanigans. Oh yeah. And Bubs, your brother, younger brother Bubs, was lying to Finny for all the mini games. So there's that one where you have to like grab all the gold mushrooms or whatever with the crane arm, and Bubs is like,
avoid the poison ones.
Yeah, Finny's like, you got to get the purple ones, or Bubs is like, you got to get the purple ones, and we're playing. I'm like, Finny, why are you getting the purple ones? And Finny's like, Bubs said I had to get the purple ones, and I'm laughing, and I'm like, no, you got to get the gold ones, dude. He got so mad. Like, if you look back, I think I have like the YouTube clip of, or the stream clip up on YouTube, like way back. But I got a gold one though, so I got 3 points. So suck my balls. I got 2 gold ones. I got fucking 3 gold ones. Suck a dick.
Why'd you go for the purple, Finny?
Yeah, that was a bad move. Finny.
I didn't want the purple. I thought I wanted the purple.
That's what he called you.
You fucks! You fucks!
You don't want them. I think the N64 was the best for like multiplayer party games.
Absolutely. Well, the system having four controller ports right out of the gate.
Yeah.
That was a good play on their part.
Absolutely.
Because in order to do 4 players on the PS1, you needed the multi-tap, and not many games.
Yeah, the wrestling games. That's about all I ever remember using it for. Fun. Yeah, they were fun. They were super fun.
Wrestling games. What was the one for No Mercy?
Oh yeah, there was No Mercy. Like the WCW ones were so good, and then there was like WWF really Attitude or something.
Attitude was better on the PS1 than it was on the 64. Same with Warzone.
Right, but No Mercy is like the best, and like highly regarded as the best wrestling game of all time to this day. Yeah, that was a good one. And then another. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
The other one I was gonna mention was Castlevania 64, which is just a terrible Castlevania game, and a pretty bad game altogether. Especially like if you're like, I remember a couple years ago I streamed all the Castlevania games.
Yep.
And that one, and what was the one with the witch? I can't remember. Order of Ecclesia, I think, were the only 2 that I literally had to rage quit. Like, I couldn't do it. They were just so bad. But the N64 one, I gave such a good try, and then the game locked up.
Really hard.
And it was like, fuck this shit.
You got past 2 or 3 lockups, and it was that last one you're like, I can't do it.
Yeah, it's a brutal game, and just terrible.
Something I don't understand is Castlevania on the Nintendo, on the Super Nintendo, fantastic game.
Yeah.
All they had to do was follow suit, and they decided to do this weird, awful thing that ended up being Castlevania 3D or 64. And then you look over on the other side, and you've got
Symphony of the Night.
Like
which is still regarded as like the best by many, like most fans, I would say.
Yeah, that's the one I'm going to be doing next. I still have never played.
No, you got to do 4. You got to do 4 first.
Right,
yeah.
Super Castlevania 4.
Yeah.
I'll fire that one
And
up.
try Bloodlines. Bloodlines is tough, but it's really good.
Is something that I do want to try as well. I was actually going to do as part of my Genesis run when I was doing that. But another game for the 64 that we forgot. I know we're going long on the 64, so we might have to tuck Saturn in on another one. But the another one for the 64 was Pod Racer. Star Wars
hated that
Racer.
game, man. People say they like it, and I swear they're lying.
It's an awful game, but it was. I hate to say revolutionary, right? But there was nothing else like it.
I guess
right?
so.
It was super one of a kind.
And like the episode 1 had just come out, and people despite what people will have you believe,
there was a lot of hype.
Everyone loved episode 1 when it first came out.
No.
Dude, it was popular. Like if you,
I didn't like it. But
you didn't? I loved it, man. When it first came out, it wasn't until episode 2 where I was like, "Wow, I do not like this movie." But
I liked the actiony parts of episode 1, obviously.
Yeah.
But it was really, really slow.
Yeah.
And so,
true.
Pod Racer comes out, and I was playing it with a different group of guys. It wasn't Chad. It was somebody else in town, like Tim and Tyler and them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And they're dynamite at this game, and I sucked,
it's hard
right?
as fuck,
it's
dude.
It's hard because you take damage, and then your engine blows up,
and you start spinning, and
and so that was another one. And then the only other game I think that we haven't listed that is like one of those top games is Paper Mario.
Yeah, I've never played that, but I heard it's really good.
It's supposed to be very, very good.
Yeah.
And so that was another one that I think deserves to be on like a list of some kind. But
definitely,
truth be told, like most of these games we're talking about, I never actually played. I watched other people play, or I just know of them existing because of their popularity. And the few that I have played, I'm like, I gave Ocarina of Time an absolutely fair chance, and I actually was enjoying it, not so bad. And then I got to the freaking water temple.
I didn't even get that far. Forest
ice temple.
Oh, I got to the forest one, and I couldn't get past. I could do
the forest one, no problem. The fire one, no problem. The water one, I got through, but not easily. And then I got to the ice temple, and I got to tell you, man, it just fell apart for me there. I couldn't do it. Because it's puzzly, right?
Yeah,
it's puzzly,
I hate puzzles,
and
man.
the 3D platformer stuff, and I just couldn't do it. So
yeah, that was a rough
I even
one.
tried with. I own a 64 version of Ocarina of Time. I even tried with the 3DS. I bought a copy of it on the 3DS.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I still couldn't do it.
That's funny, dude. I feel like the N64, like we said, like with the multiplayer games, but it was really good for like racing games. Like I remember playing Wave Race 64, F-Zero X. Like those were really
1080
good.
Snowboarding.
1080 snowboarding. That was like, as much as I love Cool Boarders 3 and 4, I think 1080 snowboarding was probably the best snowboarding game of that era.
1080 was probably more fun, but
Ricky Winterboard.
Cool Boarders 3 is so freaking good, dude.
Yeah, they are good, but I think I gotta put 1080 above it. I can't believe we've come up with this many good N64 games, because I hate the N64.
I really don't like the system. But think about this, right? We've listed 30 games, right?
Right, yeah.
The library is deep.
Not really. They only made like 200 games for the damn console.
That is true. Well, they released it late, and then the GameCube came out 2005, 6,
something like that. Yeah.
Right. So, but I mean, like, there was a lot of sports games.
Yeah, there was. NFL Blitz was good on it, though.
Blitz was good. Well,
yeah.
Blitz was good on all the systems.
Yeah, it was a really good arcade port, basically.
I liked Blitz. That was a good
Ooh, game. Remember, you know what else I played? I think it was my stepbrother's place. San Francisco Rush. That was another fun racing game.
Yeah, the Rush games.
Yeah.
Didn't they have the other one?
There was a future one. Yeah.
Something like that.
The future. That was the future one. 2049.
Yeah, the California Rush or something.
Cruising USA. I got that as well. Yeah. It was so good for like. It was weird because it didn't really capitalize on them enough. But the N64 would have done really well if it focused more on like the arcadey style games. I feel like. Because after the N64, that's what like the Dreamcast was big with. But I feel like the N64 was like the only one that could accurately do arcade games at the time. Mortal Kombat 4, that's another really good one. Like a lot of people don't like it, but because it was the first like 3D Mortal Kombat, like polygon style one. But I really liked Mortal Kombat 4, and it was fairly accurate to the arcade as well.
Yeah, I have an unfair opinion because I don't like fighting games all that much.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine playing Mortal Kombat on the freaking 64 controller. Like, I don't even know how you could do it.
It was good. It was pretty good.
I don't even know. I guess you'd use the D-pad, I guess.
Yeah. So let's quickly swing into the Saturn because, like you said, we don't have a lot of history with the Saturn.
I don't have a lot of.
So my only, I guess, history with the Saturn is, you mentioned Tim. I remember going to his house. They had a Saturn. And I remember they had Duke Nukem 3D, and I would have been like that ripe age of like 13 to 14, where boobies.
Adolescent boy.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just remember being in their, like, because I think him and his brother shared a bedroom or something. I remember being in their bedroom playing Duke Nukem 3D, and somebody had to be on lookout at the doorway to look down the hall to make sure their parents were coming, and we would just keep going, shake it baby, and they're like, yeah, like showing their tits, right, with the little tassels and stuff. And I just remember just like going over there to play that. And then there was like this like, I think it was called like LAPD, and it was like an isometric game. I don't know the name exactly. And it was like, you know, the bad guy from one of the RoboCop games, like that mech looking dude.
Okay.
You basically played as one of those guys, and it was pretty fun. I'd like to download that and get that and play that on stream at some time, but I don't know what it's called. I think it was like LAPD something. But
I have no
those
idea.
were the only two games I played on the Saturn growing up. And then of course later, after graduating, I got a Saturn myself, and Guardian Heroes, like the best beat 'em up possibly of all time, made by the Gunstar Heroes team.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then I love Sonic R, probably completely alone in that. Probably the only person on planet Earth. Yeah, that likes Sonic R. I'm trying to think of other ones. Those Clockwork Knight games, those were really good. They're really fucking hard.
Those look like a lot of fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of good Saturn games, but not a lot of them, like, as far as growing up with the Saturn.
Games.
Oh, yeah. Saturn's top tier for, like, the first House of the Dead, Virtua Cop 1 and 2. I can't believe I forgot about those. Area 51. Like, I have so many good light gun games on the Saturn. I think that's where it's the strongest, was with the light gun games, honestly.
That's definitely its bread and butter. I don't have a lot of history with the Saturn. I never owned a Saturn. The Saturn came out at a point in time when I owned... Was the Saturn out at the same time as the original Xbox?
No, it would have been PlayStation.
The original
I think it came out in 94, I want to say, the Saturn.
And so the thing is that I obviously was a young man with no money, so I'm not buying that console. And that's right. The Dreamcast would have been the Xbox.
Yeah.
The thing with the Saturn is I don't think I actually even held a Saturn controller until that one time I came over to your place. We were making videos for Blurry Prawn, and you were like, "Here's this game called Bug."
Oh yeah, Bug Juice. I forgot. I can't believe I made that your first Saturn experience.
That was it. That was my first Saturn experience.
That's a terrible game.
You had just got it though. You had literally just got the system, and you were like, "These are the games I got." And I think you were talking. You hadn't bought Snatcher yet.
Oh, that's Sega CD. That's Sega CD.
Or Sega CD.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad. But there was something that you were trying to get, and you hadn't got it yet, and you were going through all this stuff and playing some of the Saturn games that you had, and that was honestly it, because
it's not a great game.
I never really, like, nobody I knew had a Saturn. Everybody I knew had a PlayStation or an N64, right?
Yeah,
like
almost everybody.
Almost everybody, and outside of that, I think the only other time I played Saturn was again over at your place when we were doing the light gun games. We did our light gun.
The light gun games on it are so good.
So much better. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a lot of fun. Now, with that being said, there is a lot of games on the Saturn that I would like to play, and I would like to give it a try. And so I had mentioned to you, like, hey, because you head up to the city every now and then. There's a store there that kind of tends to have retro games. Yeah. And I kind of just mentioned offhand, like, hey, you know what? If you see one of these things in there and it's reasonably priced, snag it for me and I'll pay you back. But honestly, I don't think we've even seen something. Considering the price of gaming now, I don't know if
it's all going up now. Right? Panzer Dragoon, those games were good. Those were like almost like a rail shooter kind of thing. I still need to play. There's a JRPG Panzer Dragoon game that I need to play. It's Panzer Dragoon Saga. I need to play that one. But yeah, that's about it on the Saturn. Like as far as like growing up, I'm trying to think if there's the Saturn controller. The smaller one is the best controller. Like, that's my favorite controller of all time, I think. And except for
really big round one though, that one's
fun. So when they released it in North America, they changed the controller for some reason to that big one, and then
I don't know why.
And then they were like, "Oh, let's release the Japanese one there too," and then it's just like so much better. It's basically just a designed 6-button like Genesis one. That's just way better.
6-button Genesis controller and gave it wings so that when you're holding it, it doesn't hurt your freaking hands.
Yeah, because the 6-button Genesis was like smaller than the 3-button Genesis, which makes no fucking sense. Yeah,
it's tiny.
And the buttons are like way higher quality. Like it's such a good controller.
Yeah.
The best for fighting games, like bar none. Absolutely. There's no better controller.
Well, it's a fight pad.
Yeah, basically.
Like, it is basically a fight pad. Right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Saturn, the white Saturn instead of the black Saturn.
Ooh, those are nice.
I like that console. I think that one's really cool. I would like to own a Saturn, and I would like to play through the library. So at some point, eventually, a Saturn and a Dreamcast are the two systems that I actually am kicking myself for not having ever played. The Dreamcast, I've literally never played.
Oh, next time you're over, we'll have to play Dreamcast.
Yeah,
there's a really good Dreamcast emulator called Redream, and it is the best emulator I've ever used. I highly recommend. Like there's games that I have for the Dreamcast, like physical copies of, and I will play them in Redream because it upscales everything into like HD, and it's just beautiful. Actually, we've been playing. Because Fates and I were playing Dynamite Cop, which was hilarious and awesome. It's a beat 'em up game, and you're doing like tombstone pile drivers and like crazy shit. Your clothes rip off the more you get beat up. Like it's just a great fucking game. I recommend it to anyone. And then we beat Dynamite Cop. Or no, we got to the end. We tried it like 3 different times. We couldn't beat the boss. So then we were like, let's play one other game to round out the night. And we played through Power Stone. And it's just a beautiful. Or Power Stone 2 we played. So this coming weekend, which will be, I guess, last weekend for those of you listening or watching this. So tomorrow for us real time right now, we're going to be playing Power Stone 1 on the Dreamcast because Fates had never really played the Dreamcast.
Oh, no kidding.
And so we played that, and he was like, wow, I can't believe how many fun like multiplayer games are on here. I'm like, oh yeah, this is like the king of like arcade style fun multiplayer games. So but we'll get we'll get to the Dreamcast in a couple podcasts for sure.
That's what disappoints me with Sega. I think like the Saturn and the Dreamcast were both so poorly received over here in North America. Right? Like I said, everybody I knew owned a PlayStation or an N64. I didn't know anybody who owned a Saturn. Not one person.
Just Tim was the only one I knew.
Well, and I didn't even, honestly, I don't, unless you would have said something, I still wouldn't have known that.
Yeah.
Right? Like, because the thing is that nobody owned a Saturn.
No.
Right? And even, honestly, I think going back, like, into the stores, like, we walked into Walmart, I remember seeing the Saturn console and games there, but it was like a fraction of the cabinet that the other systems were.
And it was super expensive. And I remember because what happened, the reason the Saturn and like Sega overall failed was because they started like self-sabotaging. So like Sega of America released the 32X and the Sega CD. And at like months before the Saturn came out, basically, and they announced the Saturn the day the Saturn came out. So it was like, that's basically what killed
Just
the Saturn
awful.
right there.
Yeah.
And I had already had a 32X, so I was like, I'm not going to buy a Saturn. Like, why would I buy a Saturn?
Why would you buy another system? I literally just got this one.
Yeah. So
yeah, they're just trying to milk every penny that they could, and so they made a bunch of bad business decisions, and it's too bad, because I think to what the console race would look at, like, think now where we're at with the Xbox One X, XSF, XXX, FFS, and the PlayStation 5.
yeah.
Where the Sega system would fit in. Can you imagine if Sega was like, hey, we're releasing a new system? How crazy would everything... that system would sell.
I think so. It would sell really well. Especially if they put all their, like... Basically, just all they would have to do is release a lot of like arcade games that were never released on like home consoles. Like a lot of the like re-release all the Dreamcast games, release like that, what was it called, like Thunderblade, release a proper console version of Outrunners, like all that 80s to like early 2000s era of arcade games.
Absolutely.
Release those for like $30 a pop, because video games are super expensive right now.
So expensive.
You could release a new Sega console and have all these games. They wouldn't even have to, they would barely have to make any new games. They could release all these games for $30 per game, and I would buy probably all of them, honestly.
Here you go, Sega. Business idea. Make a new console, digital only, low-cost games of your back catalog.
Fuck, even do a subscription service. Do it like $30 a year or something, and you get access to all these classic Sega arcade games.
Give me your Sega back catalog for that. You got me, bud.
Absolutely. The thing is, though, they're doing so successful with like the Yakuza series. Like they own Atlas now, so they do like the Persona games. They do Sonic Frontiers. I still haven't played it yet, but it was apparently really good. Sonic Mania was really good. Like, they're doing so well making games for other consoles now that they don't want that upfront console production cost and stuff. So
exactly,
I can understand that as well. But
it makes sense.
But yeah, that was our history of the N64 and the Saturn. Tell us in the comments, if you're watching this on YouTube, tell us in the comments your history growing up with the N64 and Saturn, and tell us which one you had. Did you have the Saturn? Did you have the N64? Did you have the PlayStation? The next episode will obviously us be talking about the PlayStation. We'll be able to talk about that for probably quite a while, because those...
Make sure you bring water.
Yeah, man, that was like, it still might be one of my favorite consoles of all time, the PS1.
Easily, hands down.
So,
and even some like obscure titles too. Yeah,
it's all gold, man. The PS1 was so good, which is crazy because it was Sony's first attempt. They jumped in and won it. Like, how? Like, who saw that coming? Yeah,
they nailed it.
And what you were saying about the whole if Sega was still in the race, I honestly feel like the GameCube and the Xbox would not have fared as well as they did against the PS2.
100% agree.
If Sega didn't support them with their games.
I think if they would have done well with the Dreamcast, it would have been a different landscape.
Yeah.
Nintendo
would have been
Xbox XXFXXF.
Yeah.
SBAB.
Well, and basically the Xbox is like, they used basically the Dreamcast controller. All they did was add another thumbstick. I think they used a lot of like Dreamcast hardware with the original Xbox as well. Like,
it sure seems that way.
Yeah,
makes you wonder if they were like, they kind of scavenged and bought.
Sega definitely helped them with it.
They literally did.
Yeah,
okay.
And that's why, like, you've got like the Jet Set Radio games. You got Sega GT Racer on there. You've got a lot of
Radio was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was a good one, especially the Xbox. I like the Xbox one way better than the Dreamcast one, honestly.
Yeah.
And then that's when they started shooting like Sonic Adventure over to the GameCube and like Sonic Adventure 2.
Sonic 06?
Sonic 06 on the PS3. That was... I honestly, now, like, looking back, like, talking about how Sega supported Nintendo and Xbox so much in those early years, it almost makes you wonder if Sonic 03 was their way to, like, sabotage PlayStation because they were backing Nintendo and Xbox so much.
They're like, here you go, you can have this one.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching and listening. If you're watching this on YouTube, remember, you can like, subscribe, turn notifications to all to check out all the videos and all the podcasts. But you can also, if you'd rather listen to it in your car.
If you can't have the video, then come listen to the audio.
Yeah, listen to it on Spotify. It's obviously quicker to stream something through Spotify, less data intensive. So you can listen to it that way. If you're listening to this on Spotify and you want to see the video version, check it out on YouTube, youtube.com/Dukey03. Signing off, I am Dukey03. You can find me live on Twitch every Thursday, Tuesday, and Sunday night. And Saturday mornings, we've been playing Dragon Quest X. So at twitch.tv/Dukey03.
Yeah, and you can find me online at twitch.tv/DGOnline on the opposite days. On
Pretty
Mondays,
much, yep.
Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. We spread the love so that you have something to watch every day of the week.
Yep, every single night. All right, guys, you have a good one, and thank you so much for watching and or listening.
See ya!